Tomorrow marks 83 years since Japan launched a surprise aerial attack on the U.S. naval base in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. More than 2,400 people were killed, and it led to the United States entering World War II. One young man who was living in Barbados at the time of the attack joined the Navy a couple years later and was stationed at Pearl Harbor. I sat down with 104-year-old Joseph Nichols to bring you his story.
This is what you call is a raised garden.
Just 1 month away from his 105th birthday,
This is kale.
Joseph Nichols tends to his garden in Pueblo West.
They're very good for eating.
He's active in his church
You have to stay busy.
and has countless stories to share.
I was stationed in Pearl Harbor.
Nichols was born in the year 1920 in Barbados. He was 21 years old when Japan attacked Pearl Harbor and the U.S. entered World War II. 2 years later, his mother encouraged him to join the U.S. Navy.
Then you do that, you become a citizen. If you enter that service,
He still has his naturalization papers and remembers being stationed at Pearl Harbor from 1943 to 1946.
it was one of the best days I've ever lived.
Nichols took an honor flight to D.C. where he reflected on his service. He was part of a group with the agonizing job to search through bodies and remains, and one of Nichols' main duties was helping unload lumber from ships to rebuild the bombed structures.
The guys you were with, you know, the marching and all of these things.
He also remembers writing to a girl, Stella, who he'd eventually marry.
She was a wonderful woman, the best.
Joseph, a postal worker, and Stella, who died in 2006, raised 11 children in Cambridge, Massachusetts, including Mayetta Brown, who he now lives with in Pueblo West.
11 children, 31 grandchildren, 27 great-grandchildren, and 2 great-great-grandchildren.
Passing on life lessons and values.
Remember your Creator. All 11 of them were brought up in the church.
They had expectations of us. Mom and Dad saying, all of you will go to college, and we did.
Now at 104 years old and 83 years since the day that will live in infamy,
You can't repeat it again.
Nichols takes time to remember
You just think about it, but you do have a reflection.
on service, sacrifice, and feeling honored to have been a part of it.
You feel good for the things you've done. You can get some of those, eh?
And Mr. Nichols turns 105 years old on January 16th.